daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.
Well, hello, welcome to Newcastle GSPN. It is me, Joe, and I'm with the dream team. Apparently, or is it just the absolute rogue team where we can't start a damn pod sensibly? I don't know what's been caught at the start, but I might have to edit it out. So, we've not talked about what it was. What I was going to start with, and Kev went a bit rogue, which is what might be caught at the start, is I was going to give a shout out to the Newcastle Lasses. Don't worry, Kev, I'm not going there. Because the Lasses have started their season the day they played away to Nottingham Forest, and they won 2-1. 2 goals from the 1 goal from the female Murfinho. Right, Kev's lost it. Sorry.
Kev's really not
1-2-1
right.
anyway. That's more the point, right? To shout out the Lasses. I'm going to try and do a half sensible pod, and I don't even know why I said that, I'll be honest. First of all, hi, Kev. Come on, get it out your system.
Hello. Buzzing to be back. I can't help myself sometimes. I mean, I had too much fun at the start, and yeah, let's hope that's cut out.
Aye. I'm going to see what it caught and see what I edit out. I'll leave it at that.
Please. Brilliant.
Nick, how are you doing, chick?
I am good.
Yeah.
That was really funny. I really hope that's been caught.
That's good. Kenny. That might be the best one yet, I'll be honest.
Oh, brilliant.
Thanks, Kev.
We're getting sacked tomorrow.
It's top content as always. This is what this is.
We're getting sacked in the morning.
Yeah, I'll pull that one for the social, see how that one goes down. No, all right. Right, well, we'll move on. We'll talk about something relatively sensible. Our Geordie lads playing for England. So we don't really want to talk about England too much because we've all established that we are haters of the international break. We're 1 game in terms of England so far. We've got 1 more to go. But all of our 3 lads who are away on international duty got some minutes. Byrne got the full 90. Happy days. And then Gordon and Tino got 25-ish minutes each near the end. Now, I'm not going to lie, I did not watch the match. I was out. I've watched the highlights, so, I've seen a bit of it. I'm not entirely sure how well our boys went. However, the Geordie Maradona got player of the match, and many people have been saying he had an unbelievable performance. So, shout out to the one that we still miss in the middle.
I don't know if we're missing. I don't know. We don't want him back.
I got clause or anything on him, We had no power in that sense because we were so being forced to sell him that there's no buyback clause.
He'd still be 4th or 5th choice if he was at us.
I know, but I just love him. So it's, just a sentimental
What
thing.
should be for
them,
Kev? Come on, let's have this out. What should be for them?
I don't really have beef with him. I just think Newcastle fans massively overrated him. Massively overrated him. He's a good player and I like him and he's one of our own, brilliant. But then secondly, people's like, can we have him back? Can we please just make a bid for Elliot and bring him home? And it's like, well, he'd be 5th choice. Maybe join 4th with Jacob Ramsey. He'd be nowhere near our midfield. It was a great bit of business. We needed to do it. It allowed us to spend. Thank you very much, Elliot. Best of luck. You're a Geordie lad. I hope you do well. But come on, how much did Newcastle United fans overrate Elliot Anderson? Good player. I like him, but 5th choice.
I mean, all right. Nick, you got anything to say on Anderson?
I just feel like Kev just needs a bit of help.
I need to wag his neck in a bit.
I see what you're saying. No, I like him. I see what you're saying. But he did help out with our PSR issues, bless him. But I would have him back. I would like to see him back.
I wouldn't reject him back,
especially when obviously he's performing really well. So anyway, but yeah, you're probably right. You probably wouldn't get a game for us because let's be honest, our midfield
best midfield in the Prem.
The best midfield. Yeah, exactly. Let me finish my sentence before you cut me off.
I know, Kev. Shut up, man. This is the me and Nick show.
See,
you're just a little cameo on the side.
Honestly.
Anyway, do you guys have anything else to say? Because I'm rambling on about England here. Kev's now had a rant about Anderson, and that's about as far as we've got.
I will add, I think it's quite important that Gordon gets some minutes in the next friendly, mainly because, again, he's suspended for us. So he is. I don't want him coming back rusty. That would be a disaster. We've seen when he had 3 games out after the Brighton sending off him a cup and he missed the final, but he didn't really get back in because he wasn't the same player. So I would like to see Gordon get a full 90, Gordon to do a Dan Byrne in the next friendly, just so that he's got a bit of freshness when he does come back for us. I think he could be out of the team completely because Voldemort through the middle, Elanga on the left and Wisser on the right. That could absolutely kill Gordon, Barnes and Murphy. I know people are saying we're not going to play them together, but that's a discussion for another time. But Visser has played inside forward when Tony was through the middle, so it'll be interesting to see.
Me and Nick talked about this the other day, didn't we, Chick, about them playing together, and it'll be interesting. And now all the different options that we've got that we never really truly had with Isaac and Wilson because they just weren't fit together. But it's going to be very interesting moving forward, the kind of different options that Howe can just have just available to play with. And he can just mess about with the front three now, just endless amounts. It'll be amazing.
How many games has Gordon got left on his suspension? Is it 2 or is it the full 3 still? 2.
2.
Yeah.
Can he stop getting red cards for us? Isn't this like his 4th Newcastle red card?
It was worth it on Virgil, I think, personally. I mean, normally he's a silly boy, but yeah, he should have hurt him a little bit more. Yeah.
Oh, God.
It wasn't really worth it because we got out of it.
Yeah, but it gave us a nice moment. I just don't like Liverpool.
No, this is the one and only time I will agree with Kev.
He could have at least hurt him is more the point, though. I agree with you, but he didn't get anything from it, did he? Apart from a red card.
Yeah.
Virgil's just there with a little scratch on the back of his leg, like he's almost a tough guy.
Yeah, it was a bad tackle.
Nah.
It was a bad tackle.
He was just unlucky. I reckon he wouldn't.
Anyway,
exactly.
Liverpool can go screw it.
They can indeed go screw it.
We don't like Liverpool.
We don't like them. We don't. Anyway, we're not talking about them. Like, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm cutting you off of there, one girl. Do we have anything else to say about the England game? Because I don't think any of us have watched it, so we're just being honest. Rice's goal looked decent from the highlights I've seen. The first goal was an own goal, so that's irrelevant.
Subject.
I know, right?
No comment on Declan Rice.
So, Kev, how do you feel about Rice? And what do you think about his goal?
The most overrated player in the Premier League in the last 10 years, comfortably, but yeah.
I can't believe he said
Sideways and backwards. Sideways and backwards.
Honestly,
how do you feel, Nick?
It annoys me because I actually really rate Declan Rice. I know. I think it was like 6 months ago when we started talking about we did something, Kev. It was us 3, and you was talking about players that you would like build your perfect Premier League 11 or something with the current players. And I said Declan Rice. I'm sure it was us. And then you literally took my head off. I love him.
Yeah. I just don't understand the hype around him at all. He's took like 75 million free kicks last season. He scored 2 in one game and everyone started banging on it. He's the greatest free kick taker in the world. I don't know why everybody overhypes him, but we do. He's a good player.
He's English, Kev.
Solid Premier League player, but I mean, Christ, you wouldn't get into any of the top European midfields.
But he's English. They all get overhyped.
He wouldn't get in our midfield.
Just a quick one, actually, because this is something I talked about with someone the other day after they brought it up. What's your views on Bellingham? Do you think he really is as good as the world goes on about? As another Englishman midfielder.
His first season at Real Madrid was insane, and he was unbelievable his last season at Dortmund. So, like,
I know. I just mean
it's hard
overall.
for us to say that
is he like one of the world's greatest?
But I don't know if he's one of. He could be. He's still relatively young. He's better than Rice, but I mean that's not really a compliment. That's what I've just said about Rice. So. I think Bellingham would get in our midfield, whereas I think Rice wouldn't. Not that that means anything, but I'm just trying to keep it Newcastle. And then also with Bellingham, at least he's got a bit of personality and a bit of something about him. He's not just boring Declan Rice, is he? Honestly, Declan Rice is awful.
I love Bellingham, right, as a player, right? But
I think Rice would be a nicer person.
I think Rice has got a better personality if we're going to be basing it off that. I think Bellingham loves himself too much. However, what I will say is...
we're going way off, aren't we?
We are going way off. What I will say is Bellingham's Dortmund and Madrid career, other than I know he's injured right now, has been pretty much 10 out of 10, let's be honest. Very good player. Go on.
Sorry, I'll just base it on 2 things, right, when they both play for England. One of them genuinely tries to go forward all the time. Yes, he gives the ball away, right, but he tries to make something happen. And the other one drives forward with the ball 40 yards, does a little pirouette and passes it back to the centre-half. That tells you which one's better.
Cool. I reckon we should move on.
Yeah.
I'm going to play our ad now while we all regroup and we'll talk about something else.
Your body is unique. And Global Sports Podcast Network has partnered with Bioniq, the world's most personalised supplements. Bioniq provide 100% tailor-made supplements designed to deliver precisely what your body needs at exactly the right levels to optimise your health. No guessing. So click the link in the show notes. Use the code GSPN2025 for 40% off your first month's subscription. Bioniq. Don't settle for off-the-shelf solutions made for just anybody. Get what's right for you right now.
Hi. I'd like to say the second half's going to be better than the first half, right? So I'm not promising anything because us three are obviously just being
I'm
ridiculous
just
tonight.
thinking about Ian listening to this tomorrow, and Ian's going to go full boss mode in our group chat and tell us right off.
He'll be fine.
He'll be all
He'll
right,
be
won't he?
fine. Hi, Ian. We love
Hi,
you.
Ian.
I'm not part of it, Ian. I'm separating myself
Oh,
right
look
now.
at Kev kissing backside.
I'm doing
Whatever.
Alexander Isak.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wow.
I'm on strike.
Oh, well, on that note, should we talk about an incoming to the club instead of an outgoing? We've got a new CEO. Darren's finally gone. He's not well. Fair play. Needed to kind of go. I was actually surprised that he stuck it out as long as he did for how ill he is. So, yeah, we've got a new CEO. And Kev, where are you going, son? Are you all right? Are you ducking out? Are you actually down in tools over there?
I just, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. All right then. Well, I'm going to pass it to you first for that.
Okay.
What are you thinking about the new CEO? Do you know anything about him? You excited about the move?
Other than, I mean, obviously before he joined us, I didn't have any idea really, but I have been doing quite a bit of research and watching slight videos on him just to kind of see what's coming into our club. And it's actually quite impressive when you look at his CV. He was kind of chief commercial officer at Maple Leaf Sports, so obviously massive in Canada. Ice hockey was a huge part of kind of their growing reputation throughout the last couple of years. But then the Real Madrid move, that's where one which excites us. Global head of partnerships at Real Madrid. He was there for 2 years, pretty much 2.5 years. And oh my God, imagine the experience you get from working at Real Madrid in any capacity, the biggest football club on the planet. So that's really exciting. And then the next part after that, I think, kind of leads us into what he might be here for when he worked at the Madison Square Garden Sports Corporation. I mean, it is what it says on the tin. You're working at Madison Square Garden. And he was the president and chief operating officer. So he's pretty much running everything what's happening in there, which will be, again, ice hockey, all that type of stuff. He actually did a little bit with... he actually did a little bit in New York with multiple baseball teams. So for me, I think what it's going to lead up to is at Real Madrid, I think he was kind of part of a decision to expand the Bernabeu, not build a brand new stadium. That's interesting because we still haven't had an announcement about the new stadium yet. And he was part of a group who preferred to stay at the Bernabeu. Don't know how to say it. I'm not Spanish, is what it is.
Okay, you having a stroke?
Yep.
You're right.
And it was also a big part of Madison Square Garden being updated and not, again, moved or renewed completely. So he's clearly one to kind of stay where we are or keep that heritage that the company he works for. So it'll be really interesting to see if this has any impact on the stadium decision. Is it going to be... Because I think if it was down to him, just going off his track record, he would rather keep the history and culture of St James's Park and expand it and turn it more modern like he did with Madison Square Garden and the Bernabeu. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens with... I mean, I don't know if he'll have a say in it, unfortunately. I wish he did because I've got a good guess which way he would want to go. But I've got a feeling that decision might already be made.
I was going to say.
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because I think given the right options, I think even the owners would stay where they are. It's just the restrictions. It is purely down to the restrictions. As long as we cannot expand that East Stand.
There's restrictions now. There's people complaining that we can't build on Leazes Park. So there's massive...
I mean, we can. That's just people saying they don't want us to. There's a very big difference between we can. The East Stand is a full-on can't. It cannot happen.
Well,
whereas Leazes
if you
can. It's just people are kicking off about it.
The East Stand could if you allow daylight into them buildings and don't...
If they can find a way, that's the future.
Road, there's a way to do it. But, also, if there's parts of the public who aren't happy about Leazes Park being built on, that's also going to be an issue because, again, the council have to then step in and make a decision or how much money are we going to take from a Saudi. So there's lots of barriers everywhere, and that's the problem with being a city centre club, I guess. Unless you move it to the outskirts of a city, all the way up in Ashton or something like that, and build an absolute spaceship, then you're going to have these problems. But I think I'll kind of wish he came in a little bit earlier because I think he'd be a massive part of maybe us staying. But
Yeah, true.
again, I don't want to take too much away from Darren Eales, because I actually think we had a pod a while ago and we were talking about
Sorry.
Staveley's gone, who do we trust, who do we like? And Eales kind of, I think, probably changed all of our minds. He seemed quite honest. He actually made an effort with the fans. It didn't come natural to him like Amanda, but we can't keep banging on about Amanda because she's long gone now. It's been however many years, and he did try at least, and I like that about him. So fair play, Darren Eales, but this guy looks like the next level up, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd like to think that he's going to take it to levels that Darren didn't. And I've got mixed opinions on Darren that I'm not really going to go into on this pod, I'll be honest. Just, yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to shut up. But yeah, I mean, I knew it was right to pass that to you, Kev, I'll be honest, because I'm not going to lie, I haven't done as much research on this new guy at all. I was guessing Nick hadn't. I love that you're shaking her head right now to back that one up. Thank you very much. So again, thanks, Kev, for filling it in. That was good. But yeah, the stadium thing was something I was going to bring up because again, they're talking about when they're going to tell us about it. Because it was always like, oh, next year or the spring, or we're going to find out in the summer, and then we weren't going to find out in the summer anymore. Now the latest one is we're going to find out in the new year, and you're thinking, well, although, is it now just another one of those, we're going to find out the new year will come, it'll be like, oh no, we'll find out at the end of the season. So at this point, we don't know when we're going to find out. There's got to be a time where they're going to have to tell us something, because it's going to, it's going to roll on and roll on where it's just getting ridiculous, I'll be honest.
Surely they have a decision. They know which way they're going now.
Yeah,
surely.
If they've got to take it to a council and get approval, then we won't be able to
Which takes
announce
forever,
it until the council have approved building these partners. So I think the club's in a really horrible position, I think, no matter what, because even if you announce we're leaving, half a fan base is going to be unhappy. Me, I'm not half a fan base, but I'll be part of that half. And then if you announce that there's a new stadium coming, so many people will be really happy and more tickets, and there's lots of stuff kind of going to happen here. And it's I don't know how they're keeping new atmosphere in a new stadium. Can you name one new stadium in the Premier League which has got a better atmosphere than the old one? I don't think it exists personally. I think the Emirates from Highbury was a step down. The London Stadium from Upton Park, step down. I even think Spurs' new stadium, it's full of it's an amazing stadium and fantastic gigs.
So American.
It's not White Hart Lane, is it, in terms of from a third party
like
kind
a proper
of
football stadium.
Looking in, like a proper football stadium. It's an amazing
venue.
Yeah, but it's not a fantastic stadium. And I think there's loads of examples where they've lost a little bit of something when moving. So I think it's almost impossible not to do that. And the other thing with David Hopkinson is he was part of when Real Madrid kind of very slightly changed their badge, where we've obviously got a badge change coming. He's come in. Again, he's going to be jumping in with both feet, I'm assuming, in terms of stadium and kind of a badge announcement, and it's going to be really interesting. We'll never know, but it'll be interesting if he actually has any sort of say or change on what's going on at the club at the minute.
What's going on? Yeah.
I think the badge is a great point, I'll be honest, Kev. So we haven't really talked about that for a while ever, really, again, because it's kind of just went a bit silent on it, hasn't it, really, about, because there was all those massive rumours, all those ridiculous people like were throwing out sketches that they'd done, or some of the rumours are horrific. So I really hope that some of the so-called biggest rumours that you see some of the other YouTubers doing, please God, let it not be them, because some of them are absolutely horrific, in my opinion. I think most people agree that they were horrific, but it's weird. It's kind of just went silence, isn't it? It's like radio silence on that subject.
I think it might happen at once. When they announce the new stadium, there might be sketches of it, and they might have the new badge incorporated into the new stadium and all that stuff, and that would be a double whammy. But I don't know. I just think, personally, at the minute, it's so hard for the board when, I mean, we haven't had the best start of the season, but we had the hardest start anyway, fixture-wise. When is the right time to announce it? Do you do it kind of when you're flying high, when the fans are more likely to be like, yeah, whatever, we're mint, doesn't matter? Or do you do it now and hope it has a positive impact, or will it have a negative impact? Will it create fans kind of, I don't know, might have banners or not boycotts? I don't think it'll get to that stage over a stadium. But it's a passionate fan base, and we've seen what Newcastle fans can be like. So I think the owners are in a very hard spot. They probably need to get the approval they need. They probably need to get the perfect badge. Then we need to find the perfect time to release that without kind of mass murder happening in the streets of Newcastle from the traditionalists.
If we can get through the Isak saga, we can get through anything.
I do feel sorry for them.
No murders happened, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
I love
Actually,
that.
we shouldn't say that. We shouldn't
We
say
shouldn't with our owners, I'll be
no,
honest. People are jumping on this, aren't they? Just teed yourselves up for a horrible one on TikTok there. I'm going to change the subject slightly just because we'll kind of cover this off. Ridiculous rumour, I want to call this one, with how I heard it this morning. Matty from the Magpie channel was on, and he was doing his usual. Bless him, he does love a good rant. But I do agree with him on this one. It is absolutely ridiculous rumour. So apparently Man U are looking at Tuchel. And as such, then England will be looking at Howe. Where this has came from, but again, it's just media, social media, whatever, isn't it? It is mental. I mean, I agree. Tuchel would probably be better for Man U than what they currently have. But, I think Amarin's doing a wonderful job. I think he should stay where he is. Everything's fine. He's driving them in the right direction that we want them to go in anyway. So, yeah, and as such, this whole How to England thing, I think it's just because of the disruption of the summer as well. People are just latching on to the fact that not only would Howe want to leave, but Howe's going to be pushed, is the rumour. And again, I mean, I can only imagine what you're going to say, but hit us with something. Nick, what do you think about that wonderful rumour?
Can we just leave Newcastle United alone for 5
flipping
minutes?
They
We've
can't.
had 6 weeks of is Isaac staying, is he going? And it's been toxic as anything for the last 6 weeks. I mean, I'm talking, when I say toxic, I mean like fan base, certain people of fan bases. It's been awful. And it's been really unsettling. And now Isak's gone. He signed for Liverpool. We're now thinking, right, okay, we've got new players through the door. Let's start the season. Now it's Eddie Howe's going to England. Has Thomas Tuchel even done a full year yet? Has he even done a full year yet at England?
And he's fine. Who's to say he's unhappy? I don't get it.
Honestly,
I don't understand why Tuchel would want to step back from that and go to Man U. This is what I mean. I don't know where this rumour stemmed from. I just thought I'd bring it up because I absolutely do agree with Matty that it's just absolutely ridiculous. It really is.
It's just annoying.
Say, Nick, bang on. They're obsessed with us. They are. They're just obsessed with stirring crap up. It's like they just want to completely unsettle us all the time. We've always known there's kind of been this media backlash against Newcastle, but it seems to be getting bloody worse.
I don't know if we're obsessed with us. I think we just know we get a reaction from Newcastle fans, don't we? We know Newcastle fans react. Most Arsenal fans would see that about Arteta or something, just be like, yeah, whatever, and leave it. But Newcastle fans are very, I've said it millions of times, emotional. We know they'll get reactions, so we're going to get more clicks, we're going to get more responses, we're going to get more shares. So whoever writes this nonsense knows to pick Newcastle as the team because they know the fans can't help themselves. For what it's worth, not that it's worth much, my opinion, but Tuchel will definitely be the manager at the World Cup. There's just no chance of him leaving before then. What happens after then is a little bit more unpredictable. And I think for me, if Amarim was to go, I think they'd more like to go down the Gareth Southgate route because that's where Man United have kind of fell to. And I say, unfortunately, I don't really revel in their downturn as much as I would Liverpool's. But yeah, I think we're more around that level, or maybe like a Mourinho return to stable the ship. Not that he does much stable anymore, but yeah, I think that's where Man United are. I did see a stupid thing online which I didn't react to, but I just thought, my God, what a whole load of rubbish. Somebody put Newcastle's last 11 results, including the 6 or 7 pre-season friendlies, and we haven't won. Or we've won 1 or something.
All the friendlies, that's why.
And we're putting all the friendlies pretty much into us saying, it's time for people to question Eddie Howe, and that is pretty much
last season.
Tell me you know nothing about football without telling me you know nothing about football, making statements like that. So again, we know they'll get reactions of Newcastle fans. I wouldn't read too much into it. Everything's all good. Everything's stable and calm at Newcastle. Alexander Isak's gone. Wissa can't wait to start. We've got the 2-meter Messi, or Fernando Berber Crouch, as I call him. Everything's good. There's calmness, happiness. What a place to be. Our season starts against Wolves. Let's go.
It does.
Stay calm.
I love that. I think that's a perfect way to end. Thanks, Kev, being the voice of reason.
Thanks, Kev.
I know. It's scary, isn't it, Kev? I know, but you have been on tonight's pod.
I have inputted nothing on today's pod.
I mean, we've just spent almost 25 minutes talking absolute...
I've really not said anything. I mean, to be fair, that's me every day. Okay, carry on.
Nick, I was trying to finish on a high.
Yeah, I know. But it's
right
fine.
Back down. Right, look, get ready to rave. See you guys later. Bye.
Rave.
Your daily soccer podcast with the Global Sports Podcast Network.